Balance. Balance is the key to life, and it's something I've always struggled with. You see, I'm a binger. I binge on everything. I binge on sugar. I binge on travel and on photography. But lately, I kind of feel like I'm hitting my stride. Like I'm finding that balance. Between travel, photography, and life, how do you find your balance? By far the biggest challenge of shooting photography here in Texas in the summer is that every single morning when I leave, or basically actually anytime I leave the hotel, I have to spend 5-10 minutes going in and out of the front door trying to warm up my camera, and yeah, I didn't do it long enough apparently this morning because it's fogged up already. Yeah, so sorry about the fog. The condensation on this thing has been a battle. I literally stood at the front door of the hotel for like 15 minutes just like trying to acclimatize the camera, and even that wasn't enough. I'm on South Congress Avenue Bridge where we came yesterday where the bats went crazy. The Capitol building's way back that way. I've photographed the Capitol building before. It's an awesome building. It's a great photograph from all the angles I've shot it from. And this is a new angle. I want to get my telephoto lens out and have it surrounded by the city. The only problem, or the biggest problem, is that I think the best photo of it's going to be from the middle of the road, and I don't want to get run over by traffic. Not sure this is gonna work. There's just way more traffic than I expected, and my 70-200 is fogged up like crazy. Even though I thought I acclimatized it, I left the bag wide open as I was walking. I thought enough humidity would have got in, but the light's already turning on me, so I'm not sure this is gonna work. Okay, that definitely didn't go as planned. The light was beautiful. It's the perfect scenario for this type of photo. Not overcast, but lots of clouds, lots of contrast in the clouds. And yeah, it was actually a beautiful scene. The problem was just the fact that the condensation was such a problem. But then not only that, the street lights on Congress Ave Bridge are really, really bright, so they were causing all sorts of lens flaring. I did run out into the middle of the road amongst traffic a couple times to get some photos that I think will probably, I think they'll probably be editable to a nice point. So it wasn't a bust after all, even though it probably could have gone better. The rest of the day, I think I'm gonna get out and do some exploring on the water. I think I'm actually gonna rent a kayak and go for a bit of a paddle. Okay, I'm out on the water. I got a kayak from the rental place. It's like 12 bucks an hour, which is fantastic. And like I said, I'm not doing this to try to get photos. I'm doing this kind of just to get some exercise, but just to do something, you know, outdoorsy, because I haven't done anything outdoorsy in about, in a while, in a long time, basically since Patagonia almost, I think. So yeah, it's good to get out on the water, gonna paddle around. I have this thing for an hour, so I'm gonna see how far up the river I can get. First thing, I can't say how good it feels to be out on the water. It's perfect weather, about 85 degrees. And second thing, I don't have a long lens on. All I have is the 16-35, but there's a bunch of turtles on this log over here. I don't want to scare them, but I do want to get close so I can show you. also right here, and I definitely won't be able to get him in the frame. I'm gonna try to spin around one-handed though. There's a blue heron. I think it's a blue heron or great heron right next to me. I wish I had my long lens on this. It's so cool to have this kind of nature like right in town. It's insane. You've got all the big skyscrapers. I can see the JW Marriott right there. And then you've got blue herons, turtles. And yeah, this is fantastic. Okay, this was awesome. It's hot, but like the perfect temperature to be out on the water. And beautiful and peaceful and so relaxing. This has just been perfect. So I think it's time. I'm gonna meet up with my buddy Dave, who was on yesterday's episode at the barbecue. I'm gonna meet up with Matt, and I think we might go check out a brewery and some street art and stuff like that before I hit up my sunset location. So we've come out of the hotel into the heat, and we're at a place called Hope Gallery, which is just this giant area. I don't need to explain it. Check this place out. It's just full of street art and graffiti, and I'll show you around a bit. I was just saying to Matt that Austin's one of these cities that's so livable. I think it would be a great place to live because you've got so many, not only cool things to do, but you've got a lot of like great restaurants and breweries and stuff like that. You've just got so many things to do that I think it's the type of place I could base myself for a month and do digital nomad life, and that might happen at some point. We come to a place called ABGB, Austin Beer Garden Company. And yeah, we're gonna get a beer, or do a tasting, or taste some beers and meet up with Dave. And yeah, just cool off from this heat a little bit. Yeah, so we're in ABGB, and it's an awesome space in here, and we got flights of beers. They're just tiny little beers. Dave's over there getting one as well. We were just filming this without him. But the flights of beer look amazing. They have a pretty good selection, as is kind of the case throughout the States. It's very hoppy stuff. Like,
that's because it's better that way.
Matt loves the hoppy stuff. I used to love the hops, now I'm kind of off the hops. But I got a good mix here. The one I want to try on camera is the sour, because I hate sour beers. I hate it. But every single time I see one on a menu, I order it because I'm determined to find one that I like. So once I get through 1 to 5, I'm gonna try the sour. So it's time for the sour. I hate sours, but I'm determined to find a sour I like. I don't think today will be the day. I will say that the entire flight I've loved so far. The Helles I wasn't such a fan of. It was okay. The Pale Ale was unbelievable. The IPA was fantastic. The Lighten Up Francis, which is a Schwarzbier, was amazing as well. So if any place does a sour beer that I'm actually gonna like, maybe it'll be this place. The problem is I don't even like sour candy, and I love candy. It tastes like sour candy. It's like it tastes like sour candy. It doesn't even taste like beer. It's just sour. I will say this. This is one of the top 2 or 3 sour beers I've ever had, but it just tastes like candy. So I think the beer and heat and early wake up call knocked me out because I just fell asleep watching a show and I'm late for sunset. So I'm gonna cruise. So because I'm late heading out, I decided to rent a bike. There's also rental push scooters, but there's none around right where I am. And there's these bike docking system here. So I'm gonna head to this point on the map, which apparently has decent views back towards the skyline. So I cruised the bike down, I'm all set up, I got gear set up. I'm just opening my phone so I can tell you the name of the place I'm at. The place I'm at is called Lough Point, and I found this on Trover as a really good photo location. But it's just not the right light. I think for a cityscape like this, you really need clouds, and all the clouds that were here before, they're all gone. It looked like I was gonna have just an amazing sunset, and yeah, the clouds just disappeared. So I don't think I'm even gonna take pictures, to be honest. I'm just gonna hang out here, enjoy the sunset, enjoy one last sunset in Texas, and kind of take it all in, and if I get some light, I'll shoot it. But I'm not stressed right now about this. It's been an amazing day. It's just been the perfect day. That's it, no light, and I guess no photo. I didn't take a photo. I did take one photo, I just probably won't keep it. As I mentioned in San Antonio, that's photography. You can't go out every single time and hope to get a photo. You kind of need to work things, and you need to explore, and you need to try different things. It's really easy to fall into this trap in photography of only going to banger locations, to going to locations that are always gonna be good, that are always epic and shooting the exact same thing as everybody else. I think as travel photographers, if you're hoping to make money as a photographer, you have to explore, you have to try to find different angles, different perspectives and stuff like that. So that's the advice for today. Massive shout out to Marriott for this project, and I'm going to say goodbye now. Tomorrow I'm making the long journey to Copenhagen, so I'll see you there. Peace.